Noah's story in the Holy Bible, Qur'an and Torah.
Noah was the 10th of the pre-flood, antediluvian, patriarchs. His father was Lamech and his mother is not named in the biblical accounts. When Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham and Japheth. The Bible. The narrative, one of many flood myths found in human cultures, indicates that God intended to return the earth to its pre-creation state of watery chaos by flooding the earth because of humanity's misdeeds and then remake it using the microcosm of Noah's Ark. Thus, the flood was no ordinary overflow but a reversal of creation. The narrative discusses the evil of mankind that moved God to destroy the world by the way of the flood, the preparation of the ark for certain animals, Noah, and his family, and God's guarantee, the Noahic covenant, for the continued existence of life under the promise that he would never send another flood. After the flood, Noah offered burnt offerings to God, who said, "I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth, neither will I again smite any more everything living, as I have done." When Noah was 500 years old, he had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. They too were good and pious men, fearing and loving God, and unlike all the other inhabitants of the earth, who had gradually become more and more depraved. Yet neither Noah nor Methuselah could change the evil ways of the people around them. In spite of the many warnings God sent through them to their fellow men, everyone thought only of his own welfare and recognized only the laws that were in his own favor. Mutual respect and cooperation had given way to violence and sin. Finally, God gave them a last chance. He ordered Noah to build an ark slowly, and to complete it in 120 years. This was to be the last period of grace within which the people could change their evil ways. Time passed and yet the people had not repented. So fearful was the prevailing corruption that God determined to destroy all life by a universal deluge. Not only the men but the beasts also were to perish, so that no trace might remain of that wicked age. Only Noah found grace in the eyes of God, and he was to be spared the fate of all the other living things, because he was the only pious person who had tried to arouse the conscience of the people and warn them of the punishment to come. Noah is recognized in Islam as a prophet and apostle of God Allah. He is an important figure in Islamic tradition, as he is one of the earliest prophets sent according to Islam. Noah's mission was to warn his people, who were plunged in depravity and sin. God charged Noah with the duty of preaching to his people, advising them to abandon idolatry and to worship only God and to live good and pure lives. Although he preached the message of God with zeal, his people refused to mend their ways, leading to building the ark. He continuously warned the people of the painful doom that was coming and asked them to accept one God instead of worshipping idols such as Wad, Suwa, Yagath, Ya'uk and Nazar. He called the people to serve God, and said that nobody but God could save them. He said that the time of the deluge was appointed and could not be delayed, and that the people had to submit to God. God commanded Noah to build a ship, the ark, and as he was building it, the chieftains passed him and mocked him. Upon its completion, the ship is said to be loaded with pairs of every animal available that time, and Noah's household, and a group of believers who did submit to God. The people who denied the message of Noah, including one of his own sons, drowned. The final resting place of the ship was referred to as Al-Judi.